Sometimes we are asked to round a quotient. So again, that means that we will be dividing, but then we will round to a specific place value. So it makes sense that in that case, we would just carry our quotient out. We would continue to divide until we get one decimal place past the place value we're rounding to. So in this case, we're going to the hundredths place, which means I need to divide to the thousandths place to see if I have to round up whatever is in the hundredths place. So we'll divide as we did before, 14 and 39 hundredths divided by 3/10. I will move the decimal one to the right because I need to be dividing by a whole or taking a total number into the other number. So 3 into 14 would happen 4 times, which gives me 12. 14 minus 12 is 2, and I'll bring down the 3. 3 goes into 23 7 times, and that would give me 21. I divide or subtract to get 2 and bring down the 9. 3 goes into 29 9 times. 3 times 9 is 27. And I get a 2. Now notice this is the tenths place, so I'm going to have to go to the hundredths place and the thousandths place, so I know that's where I'll end. So I'm going to bring down the 0. 3 goes into 20 6 times, which gives me, I'm going to start up again over here, which gives me 18. Subtract to get 2, bring down that last 0. 3 goes into 20 6 times, which would give me 18, and I really don't need to keep going past that. So my value is 47 and 9,666, and of course this is going to continue. So we know if we were not asked to round, we would write this answer as 47 and then 0.96 with the 6 repeating. But in this case, they don't want something to repeat. They want something rounded to the hundredths place. So I look at the hundredths place, I look to the right of the hundredths place, which is 5 or greater, and that means I'm going to round up. So this is approximately equal to 47.97. I rounded the 6 up to a 7 based on this 6. Here's one for you to try. Again, I wrote this one as a fraction just so that you remember that fractions and division are the same thing. Go ahead and try this quotient, round it to the nearest tenth, and then press play to see how you did. With a fraction, remember that numerator is what's going to go on the inside, 12.439 on the inside, 0.04 on the outside. I'm rounding to the nearest tenth, but I'm still going to do everything here the same way. And if I'm rounding to the tenth, that means I have to go out to the hundredths place, so I know that that's where I'm going to end, is with that 0. And now let's divide. 4 doesn't go into 1, but it goes into 12 3 times. 12 minus 12 is 0, bring down the 4. 4 goes into 4 once. 1 times 4 is 4. I subtract to get 0. I bring down the 3. 4 doesn't go into 3, so I put a 0, and go ahead and bring down the next number, the 9. 4 goes into 39 9 times. 9 times 4 is 36. That means 39 minus 36 is 3. Bring down the 0. 4 goes into 37 times because 7 times 4 is 28. And I don't need to keep going because I know I'm going to the nearest tenth, which means I've taken it out to the hundredths place. So if they told me to round to the nearest hundredth, I'd take it out to one place past that, etc. Here, I only had to go to the hundredths place. Now this is going to be one of those tricky rounding questions because this 7 tells me to round the 9 up. But to round the 9 up, would it round to 10, which means I'm actually going to round this one up. So this rounded to the nearest tenth is 311 or 311.0, depending on if they want you to write that 0.